Well, hello, my name is Mary Akehurst. I'm from Team Catalyst in Minnesota. Tonight we are going to have our Learn More session, and I just want to say thank you for coming on. This information is going to be very informative. I was introduced to the life of activation over 2.5 years ago through my husband and I ministry, working with people in the recovery community. We saw great results with people losing cravings and getting free from their addictions because of activation, healing the body in addition to the spirit and the mind. And so I continue to share it. I've had my own health journey, and I'm always ready to learn more. Tonight's speaker is Kristy Springs Cunningham. She is from Tennessee. She is a fitness instructor. She's a wife. She's a mother. She's an artist, a singer. She's an activist in the Christian community for sex trafficking. She's been in the space of wellness for over 10 years. And she just has a lot of wisdom to share tonight on activation and her own journey. So, Kristy, we're so glad you're here with us. After she does speak, we'll turn off the session and have a time of questions and answers. Thank you, Kristy.
Awesome. Mary, thank you so much. It's been a pleasure to get to know you a little bit through our phone calls, and so thankful for our mutual friend, Miss Jackie Shepard.
Yes.
Probably you've introduced to many of your friends already. I've
Yes.
had the pleasure of knowing Jackie for 10 years. I was introduced to this wellness thought 10 years ago, and I got to know her. So I'm very grateful for that. And tonight I want this to be an evening of encouragement for you and also education. I think that we can all say that we want all things new in our lives. And tonight we're going to talk about taking your health into your own hands. And my passion in a nutshell is helping people get well and staying well. And so it's a pleasure to be here tonight. As I'm talking tonight with you, I want you to ask some of these questions if you've not already. Have you ever felt the need or desire to get healthier? I'm sure there's been points and times in your life. I know there has been in mine. I've had my own health journey of ups and downs, and it's important to ask that question of yourself. Do I have the desire to get healthier? Do I need to get healthier? Has there ever been a time when you really felt compelled to get a second opinion from a doctor? Maybe there was a nudge inside, and you just thought, I don't know that I completely agree with this. I want to get a second opinion. I want to encourage you. That's okay. Have you ever wanted to decrease your meds? Do you truly believe that you can get well? And most of all, have you ever thought of, or have you ever studied the cause of various diseases? And so you'll see a little link, hyperlink down there. I'm going to share that later, but I want to take you to that page. Here's some screenshots of what we believe is the cause of those various diseases. The National Library of Medicine, there is an abstract study that you can look at and go and you can read the entire abstract. I've just taken a portion of that on the role of oxidative stress in health and disease. And you can see there that oxidative stress is linked to various diseases. And we are bombarded every day with free radicals. In the science world, they call them RNS, reactive nitrogen species, or reactive oxygen species. That's kind of heady for me, and it's a little geeky for most people, but that's really in a nutshell that's the oxidative stress. That's the scientific name for it. And as you can see, as we go down into that paragraph, oxidative stress is also implicated in cardiovascular disease and cancer. Go all the way down, and I'm trying to find it. It's connected to neurological disorders. So we know that oxidative stress is linked to over 300 diseases. Why is that so important when we start talking about getting healthy? And the question that it begs is, how can we actually lower oxidative stress? Can we even lower oxidative stress? Well, the good news is that we can. But we must ask, what is that oxidative stress and how does it affect my body? In a nutshell, it's an imbalance of free radicals and antioxidants in the body that leads to cellular damage in in our organs and in our tissues, and which that then can lead to fatigue, memory loss, muscle and joint pain. This is not an exhaustive list. This is just a list of a few things that oxidative stress can cause after it causes that cellular damage. Why should you care? Well, I want to tell you that because oxidative stress is linked to over 300 diseases, and knowing what I know now after being a part of LifeVantage for 10 years, we know that we can lower oxidative stress by a whopping 40% in 30 days. And I'm going to share with you more on that later. But it does result in the body not having enough antioxidants to counter those free radicals. Okay. So you think about, I was thinking earlier of what kind of an example, a simple example. And, if you don't have enough money to put in the bank, you don't have enough money to pay the bills. And so if your body's not producing like it was created to, producing enough antioxidants to combat those free radicals that are coming into our bodies through our food, through our water, through what we put on our bodies, the lotions that we use, the makeup that we use, the shampoo that we use, we are bombarded every day. The smoke the fog that we inhale through the toxic air that we're breathing, it overloads the body with those free radicals. And so over time, it can damage cells, and it can actually speed up the aging process. So here at LifeVantage, we're all about aging backwards. You may have already heard the term biohacking. That's a big word around in our community, because we do believe that we can biohack and we can age backwards, but we must lower oxidative stress. On PubMed, which if you've not already gone on that, I want to encourage you to, this is where you can go and do a lot of study on oxidative stress and how it's related to two diseases. But there are over 173,000 peer-reviewed studies on OS at the U.S. Library of Medicine in the PubMed.gov. That's all you need to remember. Just go there and type in oxidative stress and whatever disease you want to study about. Or just type in oxidative stress and see what comes up. I promise you, it'll take you a long time to get through all of them, because it is linked to so many. I love the picture that you see there on the right, the tomato that's left out. And after a while, you see the breakdown process. That's a simple way to look at oxidative stress that happens in our cell. You see the picture of the normal cell. And then as it's attacked over and over and over by free radicals, and then obviously it gives in, and the cell is then basically dies, because it's gone into that it's not ketosis. That is not the word. It dies basically, and I'm forgetting the word. But oxidative stress again leads to intracellular damage. I want you to pay attention to the words on the very bottom: metabolic syndrome. So oxidative stress, and a lot of people think of our metabolic functioning as just it being, I have a slow metabolism. Well, it's actually much larger than that. Our metabolic function is so important, and it's linked to, and in a sense, with the metabolic function is linked to oxidative stress. So I want to go to this video and watch the first 30 seconds of this. This is Dr. Casey Mead.
Actually, unfortunately, based on the most recent research that was published in the American Journal of Cardiology, only 6.8% of Americans are metabolically healthy. But the UNC research that was done in 2018, which showed that 12% are metabolically healthy, was based on those 5 biomarkers. And so basically over the past 5 years, we've seen a decline from 12% to 6.8%. But regardless, people should know and should prioritize knowing whether they are in that 12% above almost anything else. Because if you are metabolically healthy, your chances of dying from almost any of the major causes of mortality in the United States prematurely plummet.
That is absolutely stunning to me. That the numbers that she says, the 6 point something percent of Americans the number is so low of Americans that are living metabolically in where we should be. rather than living in dysfunction. That tells me that we have a lot of sick people in our nation. And I love this picture where it talks about oxidative stress is equal to the rust on a car, or inside the car, inside the engine. And then the NRF2 pathway, which was discovered many years ago. And we know that now it's the pathway in the body that creates and regulates these antioxidant enzymes that we need to combat the free radicals. It actually cleans up the rust. So this is what's happening to your body. If you're already activated, you just know this is what's happening. You've been rusting from the inside out, but that NRF2, or as we call it, the little yellow pill, is now cleaning your cells up one by one. Why is this so important to lower oxidative stress? Well, we want to balance and the antioxidants and the free radicals. And as we mature, by the time we're 20, it's around the age of 20, we have reached skeletal maturity. We start declining in the production of these antioxidants. The ones that we're focusing on tonight, glutathione, superoxide dismutase, and catalase, are the three major antioxidants that fight the free radicals. And so as we age, those antioxidant enzymes decrease in production. But guess what happens? The free radicals don't decrease. They actually probably increase because our bodies can't combat them like they did when we were healthy children. So lowering oxidative stress by increasing these enzymes is so incredibly important to biohacking and to aging backwards. The Washington State University says that we may be on the verge of a new literature on health effects of NRF2, which may well become the most extraordinary therapeutic and most extraordinary preventative breakthrough. It's a lot of words, but it says it's in the history of medicine. So what I want you to remember is that NRF2 pathway, that master regulator of detoxification in the body, which regulates our antioxidants, such as glutathione, superoxide dismutase, and catalase, is quite the breakthrough in medical history. And we here at LifeVantage believe that, well, let me talk about glutathione first, because it's my favorite, because it is the master antioxidant. I like to call it the mother of all antioxidants. And this is close to home for me because in the beginning, I didn't really share with you what my why was, or why I was even introduced to this company and to the idea of lowering oxidative stress. But my dear sweet mother was dealing with some neurological issues, and she had been diagnosed with a disease that was ravishing her. And so, because I loved her so much and I wanted her to live optimally, whatever life she had left, I went looking for something that could help her, because she had been put on meds, and in her words, they made her feel like a zombie. And that didn't make me very happy. I wanted her to have, I felt like there was a better way. There was something out there. And I'm so grateful that in 2015, I sat down with someone who had experience and had knowledge and could explain to me the role of oxidative stress in the body and how we can now lower that through an incredible product, which many of you may know already as our NRF2 Protandim. We call it the little yellow pill. So glutathione is, like I said, the master antioxidant, or the master oxidant in the body. And it helps with liver health and fatty liver disease, supports healthy growth and repair of every cell. That was super important to me, especially as my mom began taking this. And by the way, her brain did switch back on. It also reduces, look at number 4, reduce oxidative stress levels. How much more plain can you get? And you know that you can actually go out to, you've probably got them in Minnesota everywhere, infusion or IV spas now, and you can actually get a glutathione push, and they are wonderful. But here's the deal: once your body metabolizes them, then you have to go back and get another infusion. And so what I love about the product that I'm about to show you, Protandim NRF2 Synergizer is it actually activates the body to produce and increase glutathione, superoxide dismutase, and catalase. And the glutathione, it's proven to increase it 300%. All right. Now, by doing that, it lowers oxidative stress by an average of 40% in 30 days. And you think about it, our bodies decrease in production about 10% every year. And so that's a big deal. If I can lower oxidative stress by 40% in 30 days, and then as I have taken this, I have hardly missed a day in the last 10 years, it has a cumulative effect. And so I've been lowering my oxidative stress for many years. I feel better today than I did 10 years ago, to truth be known. It also supports the natural repair and rejuvenation process. So our bodies are always in the process of detoxing dead cells and making new ones. And so this product supports that. It has turmeric in it. It has milk thistle. It has green tea, bacopa, and ashwagandha. When I first began listening to the ingredients of this product and was introduced to it, I thought, whoa, man, I know a lot. I've got turmeric, I've got milk thistle, I've got green tea in my pantry here in the house. And I'd never heard of bacopa, and I had never heard of ashwagandha. And so I thought, well, what if I just go out and buy those two and add to what I have? But the person that explained to me the science, when she shared with me the fact that these products here that you see, ingredients, if you will, have been synergistically combined, okay, that make them 1,800% more effective together than each one separately. So while I was doing, I would say, pretty good by, taking turmeric and using it on my food and drinking green tea and milk thistle tea, what I'm now getting is the phytonutrients. The best of each of the ingredients have been synergistically combined into this one pill, and it does what it does, and it's proven. And we can show you the science. We can show you all of the science. In fact, there is a great website. We can talk about that in a little bit, that we can send out, and it lists all the studies on this one product on PubMed. Remember, I mentioned PubMed in the very beginning. PubMed, if you go to PubMed and you type in the word Protandim, you're going to see 26 peer-reviewed studies on the product, not the individual ingredients. So that's a big win for us, and it's a big validation, in my opinion, on exactly what Protandim does. I started using this product 10 years ago. About 7 months into using it, I thought, you know what? I'm not hurting like I was hurting before. I noticed changes in my body that I couldn't, for whatever reason, seem to get a handle on before. And those changes, some of those changes, better sleep, better mood, the joint pain that I had, I wasn't having like I was before. And in fact, I was able to keep from having a serious knee surgery for many years because of this product. So I cannot recommend it more. I love the fact that it has the BSCG stamp, meaning that anybody in the Olympics can take this and it's not going to get them in trouble. The NSF is a great stamp to have as well. There's validation after validation. It's been studied at Vanderbilt, at Harvard University, at Ohio State University, Louisiana State University. We have so much validation in this one product. And you guys, this is just the beginning. LifeVantage is all about activation. Every single product that we have developed, we've developed with that thought in mind, is that we want to activate the body. We have a saying around here, we take it to make it. All right. So I'm not simply taking this product like a regular vitamin. Okay. It's not like putting on a coat when you're cold. All right. And then taking it off when you're not cold. This product is something that actually goes into your body and activates your body to increase and to make those antioxidants instead of just taking those antioxidants. So Mary, I just want to say thank you for letting me share a little bit of my knowledge. I'm passionate about helping people, and happy to take some questions now.
Wonderful. That was a great talk, very informative. I'm going to go ahead and hit the